The universe does not care about you. Not your fears, not your dreams, not your mistakes. Every star, every planet, every atom existed long before you were born, and will continue long after you are gone. Time does not pause. Space does not bend for your convenience. And yet, here you are, thinking that your life somehow matters to the cosmos. It doesn't. The universe has no agenda, no interest, no empathy. It simply is. You are a speck on a pale blue dot, a fragile mote of dust orbiting an unremarkable star, in a galaxy that is just one of billions in the universe. That dot, this planet, is all you've ever known. It is your cradle, your battlefield, your prison. It is tiny, it is vulnerable. And despite all that, you believe you are central. You believe your concerns are universal. They are not. The truth is harsher. The universe doesn't notice you. It doesn't owe you anything. And if you fail to see this, you risk living a life in illusions, trapped in a narrative that exists only in your mind. Physics doesn't negotiate. The laws of reality are absolute. Gravity is impartial. Light travels at a fixed speed. Energy cannot be created or destroyed. These are not suggestions, they are unyielding truths. And the deeper you look into the cosmos, the more the universe humbles you. Black holes devour everything in their reach. Supernovae obliterate worlds without warning. Time stretches and contracts around massive objects. Quantum uncertainty dictates that at the smallest scales, reality is probabilistic, strange, and unpredictable. Your sense of control, permanence, and safety is an illusion, one that will be shattered if you ever truly confront reality. Yet, here is the paradox. The very indifference of the universe is liberating. Once you understand that you are not the center of existence, everything changes. Your perspective sharpens. Every choice becomes deliberate, every action charged with significance, because significance is no longer assigned by the cosmos. It is something you create. You are small, yes, insignificant perhaps. But small things can act precisely. Small things can carry enormous weight in the narrow sphere they inhabit. And this is where your opportunity lies. Consider this. The stars in the sky are not just distant lights. They are history. Every photon reaching your eye has traveled for millions, sometimes billions of years. You are seeing the past, glimpsing events that occurred long before humans even existed. And yet, despite this vast timeline, you focus on petty grievances and fleeting anxieties. The universe offers scale, perspective, and awe, yet many ignore it. Ignoring it is not harmless. It is a wasted chance at seeing life for what it truly is, a miracle, a fleeting opportunity, an instance in a vast indifferent cosmos. Being small in a vast universe is not a curse. It is clarity, it is truth. It forces you to confront reality without filters, without comforting illusions, without excuses. You will never outgrow this truth. It is eternal. And the sooner you embrace it, the sooner your life aligns with reality instead of fantasy. You begin to live intentionally. You begin to act with purpose. You begin to understand that while the universe does not care, you do, and that is where meaning is born. The universe will not wait, it will not bend, it will not console. Every star that shines, every planet that orbits, every particle that exists, carries on regardless of your awareness. You are not owed understanding, mercy, or relevance, but you are alive, you are conscious, you are capable, and in the face of an indifferent cosmos, this is your superpower. To see clearly, to act boldly, to create meaning where the universe offers none. This is the shift that changes everything. Realizing that the universe does not notice you is the first step towards seeing your own life in a new, fierce light. Time does not flow. That idea you have, that it moves like a river, that the past fades and the future waits for you, it's a comforting lie. Physics tells us differently. Time is a dimension, just like space. It exists whether you notice it or not. It does not bend for your convenience. It does not pause when you sleep. It does not slow down for your indecision. The past is fixed, the future is uncertain, and the present, the only moment you truly have, is slipping through your fingers at a rate you cannot slow, stop, or reclaim. Here's a brutal truth: the universe doesn't wait. Galaxies collide, stars burn out, black holes consume everything in their path, entire civilizations could rise and vanish, leaving no trace, while you worry about trivialities that evaporate into nothingness. Time is indifferent, relentless, absolute. Every second you waste is gone. Every moment you spend distracted is a moment stolen from the only thing that truly exists now. And yet, most humans live as if time is infinite. They cling to illusions of permanence. They believe they have centuries to figure out their lives, careers, relationships, purpose. But the reality is stark. You have a single, fragile lifetime compressed into a few decades. The rest is speculation, memory, or fantasy. Life is a fleeting flash on a cosmic scale, and entropy is already at work. Structures crumble, bodies decay, civilizations collapse. Light years of distance and millennia of time separate you from events that will outlast you entirely. Physics makes this unavoidable. Relativity shows that time can stretch, warp, and bend depending on speed and gravity. Quantum mechanics reminds us that at fundamental scales, cause and effect are not always predictable. The universe is stranger than intuition allows, and in this strangeness your time is not sacred. It is a resource, finite and unforgiving. Here is the shift that can change everything. When you understand the tyranny of time, you stop wasting it. You begin to act. Not tomorrow, not after the perfect moment, not once you feel ready. You act now. The universe does not reward hesitation. It does not wait for confidence or comfort. Every second ignored is a second surrendered. Every fear that keeps you from thinking boldly, exploring deeply, or living fully is a moment you will never get back. Time does not bend to your narrative, but it does reward awareness. When you confront its ruthlessness, clarity emerges. You start to prioritize what actually matters. You stop obsessing over trivial things. You stop letting distractions dictate your life. You see that most human concerns are meaningless on a cosmic scale, but in your brief, fragile life, meaning is yours to assign. You have a tiny, impossible window in which to create, love, explore, and understand. That is everything. The harshest truth is this: ignoring the nature of time is a guarantee of regret. People die with mountains of unfulfilled dreams, with knowledge they never sought, with experiences they refused to chase. Entropy will claim everything you ignore. The universe will continue, indifferent, while you disappear without impact. But if you act with awareness, if you align yourself with the rhythm of time rather than fight it, every moment becomes potent, every decision charged, every breath a tiny rebellion against cosmic indifference. Time is not your friend, it is not your enemy, it simply is. And the moment you realize that, you begin to see life differently. You begin to see that procrastination, hesitation, fear, and distraction are luxuries the universe does not allow. Time forces you to confront reality or be consumed by irrelevance. The choice is stark, the stakes are immediate. Live consciously, act boldly, and do not waste a single second, or vanish quietly into oblivion while the cosmos continues, utterly indifferent to your existence. Look at the universe. Billions of galaxies, trillions of stars, and yet as far as we know, life, intelligent life, is extraordinarily rare. The cosmos is silent. Vast stretches of emptiness stretch in every direction. Every other world we have discovered so far is barren, hostile, incapable of supporting life. And yet, here we are, on a pale blue dot, defying astronomical odds. This is not a given. This is not guaranteed. It is a miracle. That realization is both terrifying and liberating. Terrifying because it shows how fragile we are. Liberating because it shows how precious existence truly is. Every moment you take life for granted, every time you assume the world will always be there, you are ignoring a fact that the universe will not forgive. Life is not permanent. Your species is not guaranteed survival. Every day carries the risk of extinction, a cosmic accident away from oblivion. Meteors, supernovae, climate, pandemics, these are just a few of the countless forces that could erase us without warning. Here's a harsh truth: the universe doesn't care if life survives. Stars explode, black holes consume, and galaxies collide, all without concern for the pale blue dot you call home. If humanity disappears tomorrow, the cosmos will barely notice. And yet, we act as if existence is mundane. We treat life as infinite. We squander our chance to explore, to learn, to protect, to understand. We bicker over trivialities, chase fleeting comforts, and ignore the fragile miracle we have been given. But recognizing fragility changes everything. Once you understand that life is rare, every breath becomes more significant. Every action becomes an investment in survival, understanding, and growth. You begin to see that morality, responsibility, curiosity, and courage are not abstract virtues. They are essential tools for navigating a cosmos that does not reward ignorance. The pale blue dot is fragile. Humanity is fragile. And yet within that fragility lies immense potential. The universe is indifferent, yes, but it also offers opportunity. There is no cosmic guarantee, but there is also no cosmic obstacle preventing greatness. Within your tiny lifetime, within this improbable miracle of life, you can observe, explore, create, and leave a mark. You can confront the chaos of existence and still choose to act with intention. The fact that the cosmos is vast and impersonal does not diminish your ability to make meaning, it amplifies it. Life is a rare, fleeting chance, and the only way to honor it is to see it clearly, act decisively, and refuse to waste it. Here's the starkest reality. Ignoring the rarity and fragility of life is a guarantee of regret. Countless generations have lived and died without truly understanding the miracle of their existence. They died trapped in illusions, convinced life would always continue, unaware of how unique their moment in the universe was. You have this chance right now. One moment, one life, one pale blue dot. Wasting it is not just foolish, it is an affront to the universe's improbability. This is where perspective shifts. Once you internalize the rarity of life, trivial concerns vanish. Fear becomes motivation. Complacency becomes unacceptable. Every choice gains weight. Every second becomes precious. Life is fragile. Life is rare. Life is a miracle teetering on the edge of oblivion, and that is exactly why you must act. Protect life. Cherish life. Understand it. Explore it. Live fully now, because the universe will not pause, will not wait, will not forgive ignorance. This moment, this life, this fragile existence, it is yours to seize. Miss it and the cosmos will continue, utterly indifferent, while you vanish without ever knowing the magnitude of what you were given. Knowledge is not comfort. Knowledge is a hammer. It shatters illusions. It exposes the truths you would rather ignore. The universe is stranger than fiction, harsher than imagination, more beautiful and terrifying than any human mind can fully grasp. Black holes exist, devouring everything that comes too close. Quantum entanglement connects particles across incomprehensible distances. Neutron stars spin at hundreds of times per second, dense beyond comprehension. Reality itself is stranger, wilder, and less forgiving than you think. Here is the brutal truth. The more you understand the universe, the less room there is for excuses. Ignorance is a shield. It protects you from fear, from awe, from responsibility. It lets you sleep distracted, numb, and safe. But that safety is an illusion. Every moment spent in ignorance is a moment surrendered to mediocrity, to irrelevance, to the indifferent cosmos that continues its march without pause. The universe does not reward comfort. It does not reward denial. It does not care whether you are ready, willing, or afraid. Reality will hit you whether you choose to see it or not. Knowledge forces confrontation. It forces you to see yourself as small. It forces you to see life as fragile. It forces you to see time as relentless. Every law of physics, every principle of reality, every cosmic event screams at you, act consciously or be consumed by irrelevance. Yet liberation is also buried in this confrontation. The more you understand, the freer you become. To see the universe clearly is to see yourself clearly. To confront the cold, unyielding truths of physics is to strip away illusions, to strip away excuses, to strip away the noise that clouds your life. When you understand entropy, the finiteness of life, the fragility of existence, your priorities sharpen. You no longer waste time on trivialities. You no longer cling to comfort at the expense of growth. You no longer defer curiosity, creativity, or courage. Knowledge gives you clarity. It gives you perspective. It gives you power. Here's another shocking truth. Reality is stranger than you can imagine. There are more atoms in a single grain of sand than stars in the observable universe. A single teaspoon of a neutron star would weigh billions of tons. Light from galaxies millions of light years away reaches your eyes only now, showing events that happened before humans even existed. The universe is unimaginably vast, and you are barely a whisper in its history. But that whisper has the potential to resonate, to act, to observe, to create meaning. The catch is simple. Embracing knowledge is not passive. It requires courage. It requires curiosity. It requires brutal honesty with yourself. The universe will not pause while you hesitate. It will not simplify its laws to suit your comfort. Every second you ignore the truths of physics, every second you deny the scale, the strangeness, and the indifference of reality is a second you waste. The cosmos does not wait. The cosmos does not forgive. This is the shift. When you understand the universe, your perspective changes. Fear becomes a tool instead of a cage. Ignorance becomes a choice instead of a default. Your small, fragile existence gains urgency, precision, and clarity. You begin to see what truly matters, what truly endures, what you can control in a universe that seems overwhelmingly vast and indifferent. Knowledge confronts you with reality, but liberation lies in that confrontation. You are small, finite, fragile, but you are also conscious, capable, and alive. Understanding the universe does not shrink you, it gives you the tools to act decisively, to think boldly, to live intentionally. To see clearly is to live fully. To ignore it is to vanish unnoticed while the universe marches on. Here is the unflinching truth: the universe does not wait. It does not pause for your fears. It does not slow down for your doubts. It does not care whether you feel ready, confident, or worthy. Galaxies spin, stars explode, black holes devour. Time marches, life flickers. The cosmos continues indifferent to your existence, and in this vast, impersonal arena, comfort is the enemy. Complacency is a death sentence. Hesitation is extinction. Every moment you cling to safety. Every second you shrink from challenge. Every ounce of courage you suppress. These are moments the universe does not recover. They vanish. They are gone. Your life, your opportunities, your chance to understand, to explore, to leave a mark, all of it is slipping through your fingers. If you do not act, if you do not push, if you do not confront reality boldly, you will disappear quietly into irrelevance while the universe continues, completely indifferent to your passing. Here is a brutal truth you cannot escape. Comfort kills. It lulls you into a false sense of permanence. It convinces you that you have time when time is already gone. It convinces you that small, safe steps are enough when the universe demands boldness. Your life is a pale blue dot, fragile, fleeting, improbable. Every second wasted in fear, procrastination, or distraction is a second you will never recover. Every excuse you cling to is a betrayal of the miracle that gave you existence, and yet, within this truth lies liberation. Because the universe does not reward excuses, it rewards action. It rewards awareness. It rewards courage. The cosmos does not need you, but it allows you to act, to think, to see, to create meaning in the face of vast indifference. You are small, yes, fragile, yes, but conscious, capable, alive. And in that rare combination lies your superpower. The universe does not hand you significance, but it gives you the freedom to claim it. Here is the most urgent realization. The cosmos does not wait for comfort. Life is finite. Time is relentless. The opportunity to act is now. To think boldly, to explore fearlessly, to love without hesitation, to confront reality without flinching, to leave a mark, however small, on a universe that would otherwise forget you. There is no guarantee. There is no cosmic safety net. There is only this moment and the choice to seize it or surrender to oblivion. So what does it mean to step out of your comfort? It means seeing fear for what it is, a signal, not a barrier. It means understanding that hesitation has a cost. The cost is irrelevance. It means acknowledging that knowledge, awareness, and curiosity are not optional. They are essential tools to navigate an indifferent cosmos. To shrink from them is to fade unnoticed. To embrace them is to live with clarity, urgency, and power. The final truth: the universe does not care about your excuses. It will not pause while you wait. It will not reward inaction. It will continue its vast, indifferent motion, and you will either rise to the challenge or vanish quietly, unnoticed. But if you step forward boldly, if you act consciously, if you think critically, if you embrace the fragile miracle of your life, you are no longer merely surviving. You are living. You are awake. You are resisting oblivion. This is the call to action. See reality clearly. Act decisively. Refuse comfort at the expense of growth. Challenge your mind. Challenge your fears. Confront the indifferent universe with courage and curiosity. Live fully now, or fade into irrelevance while the stars burn on. There is no middle ground. There is no pause. The universe is watching, silently, indifferently, and the choice is yours: rise or vanish.